And we are live with our post show. Now, I know this is a new show, and I know we probably ain't gonna have a whole lot of people come in, but hopefully, we have some people to chime in off of our show, off of our second show, which is the Juneteenth, the sequel show. Okay, so uh, I just got to tell y'all, I was very, very perturbed by not only Candace Owens, but about a lot of things that have happened this week. Something else that happened, Shakari. That's her name, right? Shakari the runner. She's a runner. She's a track star. First of all, I want to give a kudos to the Black community, y'all. I am so happy the way we showed up for this young lady. Like, we all know, okay, she shouldn't have been smoking weed. However, things can change. And I'm hoping that this whole uproar that's happening right now with Shakari absolutely, positively changes the way they think about recreational drug use, especially in places like Amsterdam and certain states in the United States that are now not outlawing it, especially if it is not a performance enhancement drug. So, anyways, I said all that to say I am real tired of people coming for Black people, for Black women especially. And I do want to give a kudos to a young guy who was at TJ Maxx with these three young women who got accused of stealing. I appreciate you, my brother. You probably will never see this, but I do want to thank you for standing up for our sisters because apparently a police officer came in there and accused them of stealing, said a Black man in the store called the police on them, and that was not the case. I'm going to make sure I keep up on that. Hey, listen, if anybody wants to call in and have a chit chat with me, you just let me know. Call in live. Let me know if y'all have any callers. Also, I can't remember the name of, it's a lawyer. I want to say he's a lawyer. He's trying to get like trillions of dollars for us as a people. And like I said before, socioeconomics and crime rate are absolutely intertwined. Anytime you have low socioeconomics in a place, it doesn't matter, white, Black, Puerto Rican, Chinese, wherever you have low resources, low economics, you're going to have an increase in crime rate. And 9 times out of 10, that's because people need things. So they steal in order to get it. They kill in order to, get past X, Y, and Z. I don't know what the deal is most of the time, but I mean, I did grow up in the hood. And so I get it. Not having, and I just want this country to do right by us. And I'm glad that we aired this show today on the 4th of July. I know a lot of us still celebrate it. Hey, I'm not knocking you, but that is definitely not my thing. My ancestors were still enslaved at that time. So enjoy the barbecue. Send me a plate, though. Send me a plate. Another thing I do want to talk about is Pierce Morgan. You'll see, maybe not on this show, but on the next show, I'm real sick of him. I'm tired of him coming for our Black female athletes. Again, a good shout out to Naomi Osaka. Sis, I hope that you are taking care of yourself. I hope you're getting the mental health resources that you need. And just ignore these people from what are these people? The interview people, the press, the media. All these people are probably shitheads and are on drugs themselves. Make sure you get what you need. Mental health also, of course, is a very important thing in our community. I want us as a people to make sure that we take care of our mental health. We have been through a lot. And scientists and research have now said that pain and distress can also be passed down through DNA. And I do believe that a lot of the issues that we suffer from, especially mental health-wise in our community, is absolutely secondary to a lot of the trauma that's been passed down through our DNA. And again, I think that this country owes us so much. This country owes us a lot. This country owes us a lot. We don't talk about a lot of the things that have happened to us in this country. We don't talk about a lot of the disparities that this country has intentionally put Black people through. They don't talk about the babies that they used to feed to the alligators in Florida. They don't talk about the towns that they flooded and taken away from Black people. Lake Lanier. They're not going to tell you about that. They won't talk about the hundreds of disparities that they've intentionally caused for us, whether it be in the housing market, whether it be in the job market. They have done a lot. And I want this country to finally go ahead and give us the money that we so rightfully deserve. We rightfully are owed that money. And any individual who feels as though the United States should not pay reparations to Black people, please sign your name on the dotted line, okay? All right, so I'm going to get ready to take some calls. Anybody want to call in? No? Well, hello, caller.
What up? What up?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You doing good up there?
Thank you. Trying to do my little thizzle dizzle. My little
Okay.
thizzle dizzle. How's
All right.
everything
Yeah,
in your neck of the woods?
I'm good. I'm good. Just chilling. About to get on this balcony right quick.
Okay.
But back to oh shit. Back to your subject. We absolutely deserve our reparations.
Yeah.
Do you think that that would harm or help a lot of people? Because a lot of our people don't have financial literacy,
Right.
and I've seen a lot of cases where, like, let's say you have your mom left you, somebody's mom left them something, right?
Right.
A house or a business or money or whatever,
Hmm.
and then you turn around sometime later and the shit is gone, or they sold it for little to nothing,
Right.
or somehow it's just crazy. But we need financial literacy before we get any lumps of money, because all we're gonna do is
And
go to the
spend it and give
mall.
it back to the economy. Give it back to the white people who took it from us in the first place. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, we need our shit. We need our shit.
Yes. So I
'Cause
think
I'm a nigga that know what to do with
me
it.
too. I know how where to put my investment funds at and how to get me some real estate investment properties and stuff. But I think it should be a couple months. I think that in order for you to get your money, you have to take X amount of financial literacy courses. You should be obligated to put money up in mutual funds or different accounts, especially for your kids who are under 18 or 21. That way, by the time they become a certain age, they could be allotted that money for X amount of time instead of giving it. So I think financial literacy first should be one of the prerequisites to getting your money. And then I think another issue that comes to play is again us putting the money back in, going and buying stuff like Ralph Lauren and Gucci and Chanel, and a lot of these huge designers don't even like us. So why
Exactly.
not invest in some of these Black-owned businesses that are clothing companies instead of not investing into our own community? Like we have to learn how to keep that money into our communities ourselves. And as a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up. I took care of this patient one time, and
Yeah.
he didn't like me. He said, the one way to save our communities is to have our own schools, our own hospitals, and our own like YMCAs in our own community. This is why the Asian community thrives so much, is because they are very cohesive as far as their family dynamics and community dynamics are concerned. And because of all of the issues that we've had in the history of our being in the United States, that has been nothing but discord and division.
Right.
It's going to be something that we have to mentally undo. And
Well,
that may take another generation.
well, they also won't let us fully have what we need to have. It's been countless little cities and towns that have been ripped up, or they came and destroyed cities, all black-owned cities. And I think the most recent example of not letting us get the bag, like the real bag, is it was some executives, Irv Gotti. Dang, I don't know. It wasn't Pimp C. It was some a nigga in Texas. I think it was some heavy hitter niggas in the
Uh-huh.
music game. But they was trying to start a black owned distribution company for music. So it
Mm-hmm.
was like we have shown uh examples of coming together, but then
It's
all of a sudden
destroyed.
they have the FBI is coming in on these boys. That's
Yeah.
when if you remember, that's around the time Irv Gotti got hemmed up.
Yeah. I remember.
And
I didn't know the
that was
exact
because
situation.
yeah, he was along with two other black men was trying to buy, they had trying to create their own distribution.
Well,
But they
that's
ain't let
usually
them.
how it happens,
So
just like
like
with the.
it's like how do we can't even motherfucking we will have to get a plot of land and literally start from scratch.
That's exactly what's going to have to happen. So there's a group of Black people who actually bought, I want to say, like 180 acres in like middle Georgia, and where they're going to be hiring their own all Black. It's going to be all Black everything. It's going to be like the Black Mecca, and Black police officers and this and that and the other. And we're going to have to try to start again. But I feel like in this generation of individuals, not to take anything away from our ancestors, because they were very brave in a lot of things that they did. But I feel like we've become such a people now that my caller left, but we'll continue talking. We've become such a people now that a lot of us aren't going to take what some of our grandparents and parents would have accepted before. That's just definitely not going to fly. It's just so many things. Unfortunately, we have police things set up like the FBI, who, you know, is people in the FBI that's probably a part of the KKK. The FBI, of course, has helped to cover up a lot of crimes towards the Black community. You'll see, just like the young boy in Tifton, Georgia, the FBI helped to cover up his murder. So the individuals that are coming down on us as a people who are trying to come up, we have to, I don't know exactly how we're going to get rid of this machine, except to keep trying and keep exposing those individuals. Just like tonight. I mean, we've had some technical difficulties coming up because the content wasn't necessarily favorable to individuals who are in power. But that's okay. We're going to keep talking about it until the rights are wronged.
Exactly. We definitely don't need to give up. We definitely got to keep trying, no matter if they throw roadblocks, no matter if they, you know, try to stop us. We got to keep trying. Absolutely. And really, those Black folks that bought that plot of land, that's the start right there. That's the experiment.
I always go back to Lil' Kim. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the respect. Yeah. And for us as a people, literally, we only own less than 1% of the world's wealth. Literally 1%. So as soon as we take hold of some of that money, we can start actually, I don't want to say like bartering, but we can actually start making some demands. Oh, okay. Well, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, then we're going to pull back this. I think, and we just have to watch companies. Of course, they play chess, not checkers. Companies like Nike. I do appreciate Nike, especially in the Sha'Carri situation, having her back. But Nike also knows that African Americans are one of its biggest supporters, and a lot of us are the ones who purchase their merchandise. And so they you know that. So we just have to make sure that we let these corporations know not to bite the hand that feeds them once we get the capital to talk a big game.
Right. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
So I'm all for that. And actually, I need to make sure that I put some stuff out. So the last Saturday in this month, my nonprofit is actually going to be teaching like at-risk kids the stock market. That's a huge thing. I don't know why they're not teaching it in school. And then here's the other thing. I just think whenever we as a people try to do something like you said, they always try to come in. Even the little boys who sell the water in the street in Atlanta.
I'm going the same. Hold on.
Okay. Even the little boys who sell the water in Atlanta. Now, I applaud them, number one, because they're not selling drugs. They're out here being productive. But what if somebody came in and told them, hey, this $300 that you make every Friday, take 150 of it and put it in the stock market every week. Put that money into the stock market. In a generation, we'll have millionaires. Like in 20 years, they'll have the money that they need. We need to realize that as soon as if you go to college, do your best to get scholarships. Try not to be. I want this to be the last generation of Black people who come from a poor situation. The last generation of Black people who got to get it out the muck. We are setting ourselves up. We are setting our kids up so that when they get out into their own, they are not unequipped. They're not just making it on their own. They know what to do, how to do it, how to invest. They have a network of people that'll be with them.
Yeah. Also, they tricked us with this credit shit too. You know, credit is definitely important, and it's taken me years to get in the sevens, but I'm finally there. But it's taking years. It's like these people don't teach you this shit in school. They teach you these math problems. I'm thinking about all that shit I did back in, like
just
all of the stupid ass math problems. I don't use that shit right now. I don't.
They had us reading shit like Beowulf and Grendel, and that has nothing to. What they need to be teaching is people need to be getting rid of things like poly-poverty. Okay, if y'all two ain't got no money, don't get married. Go get yourselves together, then come together. You can do better if we're both making. If you're making 30 and you're making 30, no, y'all need to both go back and try to make 60, 70. Come back. That's if you both are making 160, if we're both making 80,000, that's $160,000. That's put us in an entirely different tax bracket. Like that kind of stuff needs to be taught. More resources need to be given. Here's one thing that kills me. So of course, I'm a little veer off subject real quick. I'm just talking about the disparities right now. So of course, Black women, of course, are number one as far as single parentdom is concerned. But nobody talks about how white women are actually number one in abortions. So let's just think about this. If there was no such thing as abortion, 9 times out of 10, a lot of these women, number one, would be single parents or teenage pregnancies. Or number two, stuck in marriages that they don't want to be in.
Right.
I'm just saying, like people love to talk about Black women and it doesn't matter what you do, somebody is going to have an opinion. If you keep the baby, you're a teen parent, you're a single mom. If you feel the baby, your vagina is a mortuary. I mean, either way, somebody gonna have something to say.
No, fact. Facts. No matter what, if you keep it or if you get rid of it, that somebody gonna say some shit.
Somebody, and you know what? Everybody opinions. Everybody has one. It's like an asshole. Well, most people have assholes. Some people.
All right. Well, look, I'm finna get up out of here. It was great chatting with you, though.
Likewise. Anybody else want to give me a call? You let me know, and I hope you have a good night. Thank you for calling in.
All right, you too.
All righty. Let's see. Do we have any other callers? Who else want to call in? So, of course, as Black people, that was another thing that I wanted to touch on. We got to stop poly-poverty. If two people don't have no money, get yourself together and then get married. It's a much better deal. I'm not saying you have to go to college. I'm just saying college is a good thing. I wouldn't trade my college experience for anything. I have a network that I'll never get rid of. I'm able to work in a lucrative career. I make really good money. Like I'm doing well in life, and I appreciate my college. Huge shout out to Bethune-Cookman University, the best to ever do it. Hell, Wildcats. And I'm thankful for my career. I'm making a change. I'm able to help change the trajectory in some of the stuff that plagues Black people in our community. I'm a nurse. So as a nurse, I've had to advocate for Black women because I know in the medical profession that there's a lot of racism and predispositions that go on about certain people. You see them, they automatically think you're this and you're here for drug-seeking behavior, when in reality, you're in the same boat as the person next door and you just want to be treated and treated fairly because that's going to end too. Okay? Does anybody have any questions, any comments, any concerns? Do we have another caller? Hi, Mr. Robinson. Okay. Well, listen, if nobody has any other questions, any other comments, any concerns, just know the people heard what I said, and I'll say it again. And the next time I say it again, I'm going to add a little spice to it. I know white people are absolutely tired of us screaming racism. Well, guess what? Black people are tired of experiencing it. Until you check your counterparts, police officers, until you check your counterparts and start holding your cohorts accountable for their actions, just like the individual who put the KKK sign on that man's desk, I want to say in Chicago. Well, maybe it was in Chicago. I'm real bad with geography sometimes. However, he put the KKK sign, and now the thing about it is he should have been terminated and his pension should have been stripped from him. But they allowed him to resign. They allowed him to resign. This is bullshit. And I, for one, am sick of it. Okay? All right, hold on one second. I think we do. It is absolutely bullshit. Black people, please make sure that you're getting out here and you're voting. If you don't like what's happening with voting, then guess what? There are, I'm going to see if I can find the organization. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Run for office and run for city council. Do something. Start a nonprofit, help out in your community. Don't just sit up here and complain and say, well, I don't vote. Well, even if you don't vote, do something in your community. Anything to help somebody. Okay? Anyways, it has been fun. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to episode 2 of Trolling with Gwen. I hope you guys have an amazing day and happy independent, not so independent 4th of July. Love you. Bye.